Of course, we are very popular in America. We do have our American viewers. There were plenty of people out there last time at Fullbeck. So if you're watching from America, hello. I'll leave you to Matt to introduce our new special guests from America. We're looking really to build relations with our cousins over the pond. So we'll let Matt take it from here.
Right. So if you want to introduce yourselves first, we'll come to Dad first, if that's okay. You can grab the mic. Okay.
Morning out there in the live world. This is Michael Correa, owner and operator of South Florida Mini GP from the U.S. down in South Florida.
I am Julian, Michael Correa's son. He is the owner of SFL Mini GP. He helps me a bunch. Sometimes I don't listen to him. It's sad sometimes. I can say that right now.
You need to spend a day with Ty.
Yeah, so he helps me a lot. He's a good coach, and yeah.
Right, Michael, when it comes to you first. First of all, thanks a lot for coming and making a huge effort. You know, you've gone all the way across America, and I know you had a few troubles on Wednesday with all the flights and everything. I won't go into that because we're here all day. But yeah, I know we had an absolute nightmare on Wednesday getting you down here. But first of all, fantastic. Thank you very much for coming down. But talk to us a little bit about what you're doing in the States at the moment.
No, and thank you guys for getting us out here and the connection that you and I have built together. South Florida GP, New Jersey Mini GP, New York Mini GP, all up and down the East Coast. Basically what we're doing is we're trying to bring America back to the motorsport. We're trying to bring America back on two wheels. It's a sport, it's a talent, it's a passion that sort of died down over the last couple of years. And through the Mini GP organization, we're trying to bring that back to grassroots, cheap racing, everybody on the same spec bikes, coming out, having a blast, family atmosphere, you know, get the families out, parents, sons, daughters, cousins, whoever, come out and just have a good time. You know, build the talent, build the effort, build the riders from kids 5 all the way up through 15, 16, and then we get the older, you know, individuals that come out who've raced in the past, and now they get to come out on these small bikes and have a blast, and you know, it doesn't cost them an arm and a leg.
Yeah, very similar ideas what we try and achieve. Absolutely, yeah. Keep it grassroots, keep it spec, but you know, just I can't convey the effort that you put into your championship. You know, you were telling me you have a 24-foot trailer with 21 bikes in, which you bring down, okay, and you give these kids bikes to ride for a weekend, which is amazing. You know, so talk to us a little about. I know you've done some rider weekends in the past. We had a chat with Kai with regards to rider coaching. What have you done in the past with regards to that?
So the type of events that we provide, we've got open track days, we have sprint races, we have endurance races, and then we run a 3-day camp. During our practice days, like you mentioned, I bring down my trailer. I've got about 15 kid bikes that are part of the admission. Kids can come in. I've got the gear. I've got everything for them. I have CCS pro riders and AMA pro riders that come out to these events, and they do the same thing that Ty does out here. They either lead the kid, chase behind the kid, give them instruction, guide them all day long. The kids are never left alone. And it's amazing what these kids will do on a bike. They've never been on a bike before. They'll show up, not even know how to turn it on, and by the end of the day, they're clicking laps like they've been on a bike for months now. So that's kind of the stuff that puts a smile on my face. And you know, these kids come out, they're totally terrified of what's going on, and by the end of the day, the smiles are from ear to ear. So that's the kind of stuff that we're trying to build and trying to get more families. You know, the soccer parents, the baseball parents, the football parents, they put in just as much time in their kids as our motorsport parents. And you know, it takes the amount of hours, it takes that practice, it takes that commitment. And with the kids, it's amazing the way they progress and they grow. And then for the adults, we have their spec classes, and I have a handful of bikes for adults as well that I'm able to rent out to them, and they can come out, try a track day or two, come out to the events and see how much fun it is banging bars with your fellows or with other players on the track, all on the same bikes. So it just depends on you as a rider as opposed to your wallet, and that's how we want to keep it.
So now it comes to you, Julian, talk about your bike. First of all, tell us about what you ride over in the States.
I have a Honda CRF 50. I have a Honda CRF 110, and I have a SSR. The 50, I use that for just extra practice and practice in driveways and stuff. I use the 110 for like passing tools, and then the SSR, I have that for like more speed, so then I could like get used to more speed, so then if my dad throws me on another bike that's faster than my 110, I'm already, I'm ready already.
Like you rode on Friday.
Yes, yes, yes.
Did you have fun on that on Friday?
Yes, that was a lot of fun. That was a good experience. That bike has a lot of power. Had a bit of speed wobbles, but it was fun. It was fun.
So how have you're on in the Bambino class today, on the little 90. How you
I've seen that that bike is if you like lean it more, it will not go anywhere. So I'm trying to lean it more. It's small. It's kind of like my 50. So then I'm kind of used to it, just with more power. So yeah.
And where have you qualified today?
He's in fourth right now.
I qualified 4th.
That's good going. That's really, because the Bambinos, as we've seen, they ain't slow. No. So well done. Thank you very much for coming down. I can't tell you how much we appreciate you making the effort to travel thousands and thousands of miles to come race with us this weekend. And yeah, thank you very much.
No, thank you guys. It's been amazing, and you've been an incredible host. Alan's been amazing ever since we got to the track. Brand new bikes for the racers that we brought down, and just epic. You guys have been completely epic. So we appreciate it.
I think we have a lot more to come from ourselves and the Mini GP, SFL Mini GP, hopefully next year. So yeah, watch this space on that one.
Guaranteed.
We're
Thank you
gonna
so
move
much.
on very shortly to Junior SM90, where Ryan Frost, Riley Dexter on there as well, of course, in second position. Chase Collymore, who's had such a good season as well, he's in 3rd place. And the Juju Monster, of course, he got was out there as well. But Julian Correa, there he is. That's onto the grid now. He's in 4th place. Our rider all the way from Florida. Junior SM90 making final preparations for their first race of the day. Everyone's watching this one, of course. We've got our guest rider, the Juju Monster, Julian Correa, of course. He's 4th on the grid as they line up the riders' final preparations. One rider just sorting themselves at the back of the grid, I think, but should be okay. Hopefully out on track in a few moments' time. So let's see how Julian Correa, of course, 3rd on the grid, how he fares against the best of the British riders here at the British Minibike Series. The flag is about to go up. This is going to be a fantastic race. Go! Oh, one rider in trouble at the start there. That was Riley Dexter. Didn't get away very well at all. And it looks like Ryan Frost leads the way. Collymore on his tail in 2nd place. I don't think Correa got starts, he's out there as well, but Ryan Frost leads. Collymore 2nd. I think that's Riley Dexter now recovered in that 3rd place. It looked like Correa in about 6th or 7th position as the leaders start charging away. And Ryan Frost had that trouble early on in Mini GP, leads the way. But Chase Collymore, who was a revelation this year, he's got faster and faster. And he is putting Ryan Frost under some pressure now in the middle of the circuit now. Riley Dexter in 3rd place. On as the man we saw earlier, Slavek Piskors, who is a demon in the kart. He knows Whilton Mill at the back of his hand. He says, "Go Riley." I think he was here taking some photographs earlier, but he's certainly a great kart driver.
Yeah, it's great to see little Ryan back in the class as well. We asked to have Ryan come back into the Bambino class to, Ryan's stepped up to the Junior Supermoto 140 this season, but we asked to come back into the class and ride with Julian to show them what we're all about, But not taking anything away from Chase. Wow, he is, as you said, he has really come on this season. He's just getting quicker and quicker and quicker. And I think Ryan Dexter's not far behind him, but he's on his way.
Well, Riley Dexter, who didn't get the best of starts, just didn't get off the grid as well, but recovers well to 3rd place and starting to pressurise the 2nd place rider, Chase Collymore. Currently tied, but 4th place, Julian Correa, the Juju Monster, is right on his tail in 5th. You'll see them on the left of the screen there. And Correa has a look down the inside, but doesn't quite make the move stick. But this time he does. Oh, perseverance paying off for the Julian Correa, who moves up to 4th place.
He's got to push hard now to try and catch up with that leading pack.
And we saw there a mistake from the ran wide on the exit, and Correa was right in there. Goes through to 4th place. The leaders go through. Ryan Frost, Chase Collymore, Riley Dexter. They go into the 2nd corner. Julian Correa goes flying. He's all action around the final corner, coming through into the 2nd corner now. And Julian Correa is well and truly on it in 4th place, just a bit further behind this battle for 2nd place, as Riley Dexter starts to put the pressure on Chase Collymore. Goes down the inside of Collymore, but not this time. Collymore makes the corner his there. Ronnie Dexter, though, he's not giving up, just behind.
Don't forget, Julian hadn't seen this bike until yesterday. You know, he'd never touched it, never seen it until Friday night, but he'd never ridden it until yesterday. To be running in 4th place now in quite a highly contested Bambino class, it's brilliant, and he's got cracking technique. You know, you can show he's really worked a lot and really worked hard to prepare for this race meeting, and his technique's fantastic. He's getting a lot of drive out the corners. Got to carry so much more corner speed on these little Bambinos.
Well, there he goes. This is the man everyone's been talking about, Julian Correa, currently in 4th place, our guest from Florida. Of course, heavily involved in the mini bike scene over in the United States.
Didn't have a good start, did he, though?
Didn't get away very well, but he's certainly fighting back. As you were saying, of course, Matt, this is a big thing to consider as well. Ronnie Dexter's gone through to 2nd, but these riders, of course, everyone else in the field, they've had all season to get used to the bike, so Correa pretty much jumping straight on the bike and acquainting himself. Just a shout out here for Graham Leonard from Ontario in Canada. Just the age group, they're not very old, these riders, are they?
No, they start from 6.
6 years old.
6 years of age up to the age of 9. But they can step up to the Junior Supermoto 140 a little bit earlier if they a full season with us beforehand, like Ryan has. But no, they start from 6 years of age on these little bikes, and we've discussed it in previous live streams. You know, they're a brilliant first step. You know, they're only 700 quid for a race-ready bike, and off they go on track racing. And as you can see, the lap times, you know, they're running in the 1 minute, so which is the quickest some of the senior riders. And they learn a lot on these bikes. They learn about engine braking, they learn body position, they learn about racecraft, and you see they don't hang about. And I can just see Chase now. Riley just seems to have dropped Chase a little bit.
It does slightly, but you can never write off Chase Collymore. They are both starting to close up slightly on Ryan Frost. I'm looking at the lap charts here, and Riley Dexter has actually set the fastest lap of the race, 101.186. That was 2 laps ago, and now they are starting to close up on Frost. Of course, he did have to lap a back marker earlier, but they are losing a bit of time. There's Julian Correa a bit further behind in 4th place, trying to close up on the others, but 11 seconds down in 4th at the moment.
Ryan had a good look over his shoulder there. He knows that Riley's coming.
So Riley Dexter is the man on the move in 2nd place. There he is with the fluorescent yellow machine, number 860 in 2nd place, and he is closing up all the time on Ryan Frost. Both riders going faster, setting their fastest laps of the race. Ryan Frost goes to 101 time round, but Riley Dexter 1 minute .773. So they're almost breaking the 1 minute barrier.
These are little 90cc bikes. You know, I don't know. I'll talk about horsepower kicking out. What, 7, 8 maybe? I'll have to check with our chief scooter in here. But to be running at 1 minute laps around here on a little 90cc pit bike is brilliant.
Ryan Frost looking a little bit pensive at the front now because Riley Dexter closing up all the time. Bit of a shout out here, go George. I've got George Wood, of course, who's currently in 8th place. George Bartle a bit further down, just to run through the lead group. Oh, as we just saw, a bit of a cheeky move there from Riley Dexter. Went down underneath the back marker, didn't quite work out. Ryan Frost is your race leader, there's 25, who is, of course, one of our tail enders there. That's the... it's Ryan Frost. I do make, of course, on a different machine, but Ryan Frost leads the way.
Yeah, Ryan's on a loan bike for this weekend, so again, he hasn't seen that bike from at all until yesterday. Not stepped foot on it, so it is a brand spanking new bike, brand spanking new engine. Just been ran in yesterday, so Riley's right on his wheel now, isn't he?
Both these riders really pushing things now. They both set their fastest lap of the race. Riley Dexter again in the 1 minute. Chase Collymore in 3rd place, Julian Correa in 4th. Oh, as Riley Dexter goes down the inside of Ryan Frost. Almost touching handlebars there. But Ryan Frost does enough to hold on. In 3rd place, Julian Correa in 4th. Ty Butler, Zach Weston, Tyo Collymore, George Wood, George Bartle, Booth, and Isaac Johnson just on the edge of the top 10. So it's a shout out here for George Wood, actually. Our 2 Georges in the race. George Wood, 3, who is currently in 8th position. Looking good in the top 10. The battle for the lead goes through another lap, and this time Ryan Frost is away ever so slightly. They are closing up on some of the tail enders. They nip their way through.
That's Ruby Booth. That's the first ever race meet this weekend. Just went out on a Stratton track there and loved it so much. She bought meets in the following weeks. So it's great to see Ruby out there. Another girl racing in the BMB, which is fantastic.
So as I said,
Stop. Another word. Oh, Riley's got through.
oh, it looks like as Riley Dexter goes through down on the inside at the bottom of the hill, nips through again. Ryan Frost not giving up though, and Ryan Frost trying to fight back, but Riley Dexter looking good. Oh, as we see there, Ryan Frost again tries the inside of Riley Dexter, but at the moment Dexter's got this covered. Chase Collymore in third place. We've got a shouter here from Australia, and a bit of a shout here for Riley as well, of course, all the way from Australia here.
Ryan carries so much more corner speed out that last right tandem. He's really quick round this flip flop the first chicane, but it looks like the Riley's bike's just got the legs on Ryan down the straight.
Ryan Frost, of course, the advantage, of course, of being overtaken. Sometimes you might see what the leader's doing, suss their lines out, and it looks like Ryan Frost is riding intelligently at the moment. He's copying Riley Dexter, trying to find a way through. Down the inside he goes, but Dexter shuts the door. Of course, Riley Dexter had a very bad start. Julian Correa still there in fourth place, just nipping through now, setting his fastest lap of the race. Actually, looking at the Juju monster, he's gone fastest, well, his fastest, that 101.893, so he is starting to match the leaders on pace. He's 21 seconds down in fourth, so at the moment, you'd say this race, fourth, realistically, will be the best he will get, barring disaster for the leaders, but bodes well for him in that second race. He's starting to match those leaders on pace. Currently the fastest rider on track, as Riley Dexter and Ryan Frost fighting away for the lead.
Yeah, I think if Julian can get a better start in race 2, he'll be definitely battling with Chase.
There goes Chase Collymore in third place as the two leaders battle away. We're just looking at the lap times here. The Juju monster, Julian Correa, is on the 101s at the moment, so certainly that's the sort of pace that the leaders have been displaying so far. So one has to say that in the next race, Riley Dexter now pulling away ever so slightly from Ryan Frost, but they're back in with the back markers now. There's the Juju monster, Julian Correa, in fourth place.
I think Ryan's going to have to make a move soon because he's going to run out, trying to get a good drive out there.
Goes down the inside, takes the lead, but not
so
quite.
Close.
Ryan Frost is right there now. The race leader, we see Julian Correa currently in fourth place, but matching the leaders for pace at the moment. And there he goes, but at the front, the battle is getting very close indeed. We're going to the closing stages. Riley Dexter still leads the race, although Ryan Frost is throwing everything at him. Oh, he has a look over the shoulder, sees where Ryan Frost is here. They come up towards Christmas Corner, and Dexter knows that Frost is there. He guards the inside line going into Christmas Corner.
This is a cracking race by Riley. You can see him keeping an eye on him. Defensive where he needs to be defensive. This is a brilliant race by Riley.
So Riley Dexter again defensive down the inside.
Runs a little bit wide there.
Now this is the trouble, of course, riding so defensively into the inside of the corners. Riley Dexter is running wide on the exits.
Yeah, he's slow around that apex on that left-hander, and Ryan can get just.
So Ryan Frost all over the back wheel as they go past that. So Ruby Booth, who's got lapped there, our new rider, currently in 10th place. As Riley has to hold on to the inside there as Ryan Frost tries squaring the turn off. They come into the final corner. This will be the one-lap board. There we go, 1 lap to go. Ryan Frost is going to try, but Riley Dexter holds on to the lead. Now let's see what he does. He's been riding very defensively in these first couple of corners. Leaves a bit of an opening, but this time again down the inside again. Look at Riley Dexter, full on defensive mode here as Ryan Frost gets the faster entry into the corner. So this is a brave game that Riley Dexter's playing at the moment, riding so defensively. Ryan Frost to close up on the exits. But again, Dexter has a look over his shoulder. He thinks he's got this one covered at the moment.
He's going to have to make a move into the final complex. I don't think he's going to be able to get down on this left-hander. So he's going to try and get as much drive out this left-hander as he can to get side by side, go down that straight.
Riley made of stern stuff here. Ryan alongside him out to the corner. 2 more back marks in front though. So this is going to be a nervous moment for the two leaders. That looks like number 97 there, Ty Butler. But here we go into the final corner. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. Here we go. And Riley Dexter just about holds on. the gap, 700th of a second.
Absolutely fantastic. Keep it saying fantastic.
Ryan
Brilliant
Frost then
race.
in second place, Chase Collymore in third position, and Julian Correa all the way from Florida making his way up towards the final corner. There he is, coming to the apex now, and Julian Correa will finish in place. Our special guest rider, of course. Such was the pace of the leaders there. We saw Ty Butler and Zach Weston scrapping for 5th place. They got lapped by the leaders in that final corner, so Riley Dexter, great ride from him there, and a fantastic race. These guys, of course, 6 to 9 years old, very young riders.
And we're back on grid with Bambino race 2. Gonna have a quick chat with Michael. Michael, you struggled to get off the line in race 1. What kind of advice have you given him for race 2?
The main advice was letting him know that he's done an amazing job throughout the entire weekend. I want him to take a deep breath, relax, nice and smooth, nice and easy, smooth as fast. So we practiced a couple of the starts. We should be okay this time around.
Okay, good luck for race 2, Julian, okay?
Junior SM90 get underway. Oh, and another poor start there for Riley Dexter as Ryan Frost takes the lead from Chase and the Juju got away reasonably well. He's in 4th place. We're just going to confirm who's in 3rd as they make their way through. A good start there for Zach Weston, but Riley Dexter fighting back. Juju 5th place, Ty Butler, Ty Collymore, George Wood. Of course, George Wood, only a recent newcomer as well, so he's had a good start as well. Everyone seems to have got through the first half of the lap. But here we see Riley Dexter, another bad start for Riley Dexter, but he's already on the move. He's through to 2nd place and really did so well in that first race. Starting to close up on Ryan Frost. Collymore 3rd, and look out for Juju in 4th place. Better start this time, and he's keeping the pressure on Chase Collymore in 3rd place. Oh, as Riley Dexter dives down the inside of Ryan Frost, sweeps onto the outside, and oh, he tried to go down underneath Ryan Frost into the 2nd corner, but it didn't work out. Ryan Frost holds on to the lead. Riley Dexter in 2nd, Chase Collymore, Julian Correa, Juju in 4th, going down the inside of Collymore.
Oh, what a fantastic move into Christmas corner.
So Juju going into 3rd place. Chase Collymore drops to 4th. Now there's the 2 leaders. Oh, as Riley Dexter looks down the
I think Chase has got a
inside.
problem with his bike. He's pulling up. Yeah, Chase has definitely got a problem with his bike. He's pulling up, slowing down. He's waving at his granddad.
Chase Collymore in trouble then in 4th place. That's a shame because he's had such a good season so far. But looks like Chase Collymore is out of the race. The battle at the front though. Here we go. 25 Ryan Frost, 860. Riley Dexter neck and neck here, and Juju, we're hoping that these two start battling because he's just a bit further behind in 3rd. Zach Weston, Ty Butler, Ty Collymore, George Wood all a bit further behind. So the top 3 have gone through. The battle's still there for 4th place. They go 1st and 2nd. Ryan Frost is holding on. Ryan Frost is responding now. He was pretty well beaten in the first race by Riley Dexter, but setting the fastest lap of the race. 1:09.72. Riley Dexter is still there in 2nd place. We're looking to see where Julian Correa, Juju in 3rd, as Dexter goes down the inside of Frost, but Ryan Frost shutting the door. There's Juju in 3rd.
He's looking quite safe at the moment. He just can't make a mistake.
Looks like Riley Dexter again go down the inside. Doesn't quite work. And of course, Matt, here, certainly for Juju, he'll be hoping that these 2 riders battling for the lead start battling with each other, blocking each other
slowing
off
each
here.
other down, because I said in race 1 he was literally about half a second off the pace, so he can definitely keep up with these boys. So if they start battling and drop off the pace, I think Julian will be right on them.
Well, Juju being urged on in 3rd place. He's looks a lot more happier on the bike this time round in the 2nd race and looking strong. Riley Dexter still scrapping away though, and actually now Riley Dexter responding with the fastest lap of the race. 1:07.33 for Riley Dexter. So these riders matching the pace of that first race as again Riley Dexter goes down the inside.
And we've got a support coming through for George Wood. George Wood is running in 7th place, lapping in the 109s.
That's Ruby Booth, is it? Well,
It's Ruby Booth, yeah. Oh, Riley's had a good look down the inside, Ryan, going past that back marker.
so the back marker letting the two leaders through. Riley Dexter then with the fastest lap of the race. He is in second place, 1 minute, 0.733. And Juju losing a little bit of time in third place. The gap goes up to 2.1 seconds on the previous 0.7 between the leader and 1-1 in place. We're still plugging third position. The leaders making their way up to the final corner.
Oh, we made a bit of a mistake going to that complex.
Oh, as Riley Dexter goes down the inside out of nowhere again. He's such a brave rider, Riley Dexter, but Ryan Frost is not going to be intimidated on that first corner. And there we see, that's George Wood actually we're talking about, and Ty Butler. There was Ty Butler, 97 and 35, battling away there. Zach Weston. Oh, one rider in a bit of trouble here, I think, on the finish line. The yellow flags go out. Oh. Let's hope that the chasing, there they go, they just see the slowing down. Rider in trouble, back at the front. Oh, Riley Dexter again. Trying to dive.
He's there. He's letting them know he's there.
This is all the active intimidation, you might say.
He's letting them know he's there. He knows he's got a bit of pace on him down the straights. Oh, is he going to make a move? No. Riley's going to be careful because those moves are definitely costing him time. He should just sit back and see where he's quicker. He's definitely quicker down the straight, so we need to sit back, watch what Ryan's doing, and try and make a move down the Christmas corner. Try and get the run out of this first complex up the hill. But he just seems to have just dropped off the pace just into this second lap. Well, it's this next lap.
Chase Collymore is back in the race, although he's a down. Well, hopefully, I was about to say he'll cross through, but no. Frost is going to look at it now as right. 9.9 seconds.
Scared Chase a little bit, seeing those two come flying past him.
Juju is still on the move, 9.9 seconds down in third place, and not really losing time on these two race leaders at the moment. So Riley Dexter being urged on. He's playing the waiting game at the moment. Just a few more laps to go in this junior SM90. Ryan Frost, your race leader. But Riley Dexter has been the man on today. He's been very bravely diving down the inside. There's Juju in third place.
He's having fun.
All the way from America, of course. We should see his dad urging him on in a minute. We're not in the camera shot this time, but he's been watching with interest. And a shout out here for George Wood, number 93. He's currently in 7th place. A little bit further down, of course, but still running strongly in the middle of the track, I think, at the moment. So halfway around the lap. Back at the front, though, Ryan Frost leads the way. Riley Dexter in 2nd place at the top of the hill now. They make their way down, under braking, and Riley Dexter not close enough to go for the pass this time. Ryan Frost holding on to the lead. And you have to say, though, of course, some very confident riding here from Ryan Frost. He's leaving that apex so open going into each of these corners. You see Riley Dexter diving down the inside all the time.
Yeah, because he knows that Riley's got the legs up down the straight, so he's got to try and carry as much corner speed as he can, get as wide as he can, and just try and hit that apex every time, and carry as much corners exit speed from the corner as possible.
So here we see into the final corner. Let's see what Dexter can do. Tries to line it up down the inside into the first corner. But yet again, he's not even close enough there to go down the inside. Ryan Frost, so Frost dealing with the pressure. However, look at this. Riley Dexter, 1 minute, 0.340. So just a few tenths of a second outside of the 1 minute marker.
That's 400th of a second between the two of them on lap times now.
They are well and truly in the 1 minute now. Almost a minute to get round the track here on these little bikes. It's incredible speed, and so young, these riders as well. So for the Americans, they are starting to leave.
He looked to his right and Riley was on his left.
So they are starting to leave Juju behind him in third place. So these two pushing each other on a little bit, you might say. Fantastic race here. Riley Dexter again. He's going to nip down the inside. Close enough to go for the pass. Now this does happen sometimes, of course, Matt. Sometimes riders start to trade paint, block each other, and let the others catch them up. These two are pushing each other on. Yeah,
they just keep on pushing. But as I said, I think Riley just needs to just calm down a little bit. He keeps on trying to dive, and it's costing him time. He's running wide on the exit some of the corners when he makes these moves down the inside. He needs to just, on this next lap, he needs to sit back, get through his back markers, go through that final complex. He's got him down the straight. He's got him up to Christmas corner. He just needs to get on his rear tyre, get in that slipstream and make his move.
And Ryan Frost a bit more confident through the back markers, gets past George Wood. Here's Juju going through into Christmas corner in third place. He's had a great weekend so
Look
far.
at his style, styling it out. Well done, mate. Absolutely cracking. He'll be absolutely wide open on a little 90cc. Brilliant, well done.
That's an all-American riding style there.
No, he's on it. That's really, really good. So don't forget, this is his first time ever at this track. And he's only lapping, less than a second. His last lap was 1:01.9. So he's less than a second off the top riders' lap times. And for his first race weekend, it's fantastic.
Well, great riding there for Juju in third place. 1 lap to go, and Ryan Frost is starting to pull away from Riley Dexter. So Dexter losing time on that previous lap. Struggled with the back marks a bit as well, as lost ground. Still, he's not giving up though, but Ryan Frost, it looks at the moment like the challenge has subsided, and Ryan Frost at the moment looking very strong in terms of victory. There goes Dexter in second place. Juju has just popped through on this final lap, so Ryan Frost looking away. Now this is of course it's saying we've got Peter Ansell, unknown track, unknown bike, and a credit to the young riders from the USA. So
absolutely, and he's going to get his first podium. Oh, hopefully.
Well, yep, there's still 1 more lap to go.
Yeah.
We won't say anything just yet, but Ryan Frost holding on to the lead goes round the outside of Ruby Booth, and 2 more corners to go. He's left Riley Dexter behind. Dexter still there in second place, but this round it's going to be a race win for Ryan Frost. Crosses the line, punches the air as he goes through. He looks pleased with that, and who can blame him? Riley Dexter looks a bit dejected in second place, but he's all. Julian Correa should be a bit further back. Juju is coming up to the final corner now. And there he goes in third place, waves to the marshals and to his dad as well. George Wood as well, a great ride there as well.